Royal Icing Transfers are basically like stickers for your cookies. You know those cute planners you can buy at the nice stationery stores or Hobby Lobby that have the big book of beautiful stickers that you can use to decorate your planner? They're kind of like that, except edible, which is great. Today I'm going to be talking to you all about Royal Icing Transfers, some of the benefits of using them, exactly what they are, how to make them, some of my best tips and tricks, and we're going to dive deep into Royal Icing Transfers. I thought this would be a great topic for today because in Cookie Confidence we've talked about Royal Icing Transfers a bit lately. I've gotten a few questions about those and I wanted to talk about it on my YouTube channel and kind of give you some resources for it. By the way, stay tuned because I'm going to share a free printable resource I have for you that is a Royal Icing Transfers for all seasons template. That way if you want to get started with making transfers, you can use that little template to get you started. In the SG Cookie Academy this month, we're also having a class all about Royal Icing Transfers. We're making this gorgeous set of back-to-school cookies, and I'm showing you my in-depth process for making transfers and making your own custom transfer templates inside the website Canva, which is free and super easy. You can learn more about that class at the link in the description. Hey y'all! I'm Sarah Grace. I'm a small town mama who started a cookie decorating business that allowed me the flexibility to work from home and spend more time with my kids. I created this YouTube channel as well as the SG Cookie Academy to teach you the cookie decorating you need in order to do the same. You can find info in the description on how to start decorating cookies like a pro as soon as this weekend. So as I was planning this video, I asked the question in the Cookie Confidence Facebook group, what would you like to know about Royal Icing Transfers? And one of our friends in there said, what are the benefits of using them? And I 100% get wondering that, like you're taking these extra steps to make these little things off the cookie. Why do you do that as opposed to just popping that freehand directly onto your decorated cookie? So for one, you can save time by working ahead and storing these. These are like sprinkles. They'll basically last forever, so you can store them ahead for busy holiday seasons. They're also great because there's less risk of cratering. When you're popping decorations directly onto the cookie like I am in the video here, sometimes if you don't have your consistency just right, or if the cookie underneath is a little bit dry, sometimes it will absorb some of the moisture from the icing above and it will cause that decorating element to crater, which is never good. So sometimes they can help you avoid cratering because they're already dry when you place them on the cookie. They're also great because you have more control over your design because you're popping over the top of an existing design. It's kind of like coloring in the blanks or filling in the lines. Wait, I think I said that backwards. Either way, it's kind of like a coloring page for cookies, so it's really nice if you're just getting started and getting the hang of those popping skills. So it also reduces dry time when you're making these ahead. If you make your transfers and flood your cookie at the same time, they'll be dry around the same time. So you can pop those transfers off the page and onto the cookie and have a cookie that's ready to go out the door as opposed to waiting for your flood to dry, applying the next element, and then waiting for that element to dry as well. They also impress your cookie decorating class guests. If you are at a point in your business where you're hosting cookie decorating classes, which I highly recommend because they are extremely profitable and a great way to meet new customers, then these will really impress your cookie class guests. When you're hosting a beginner class and you're teaching those basic skills, but you're able to pop out one of these transfers and allow your guests to have a little bit more of an advanced looking cookie, even though they just popped a transfer onto the cookie, it really makes them feel like they've had a great experience, I think. I've had great reactions to using Royal Icing Transfers in my classes, so I think that that's one of the big benefits. And it's different for each person. You may have some different benefits or pitfalls to using Royal Icing Transfers, and I'd love it if you'd tell me about them in the comments. Why do you like using Royal Icing Transfers? Have you tried them yet? Do you plan to try them? If so, why, and why not if you don't plan on trying them? Okay, hopefully that's got you interested in at least trying out Royal Icing Transfers. I think they're really helpful, especially for when you're getting started. So now that you know why you might want to use them, let's talk about how to make Royal Icing Transfers. The first thing you're going to need is a transfer template. That's what I'm using here underneath my parchment. You can see that I'm piping over the top of some white or clear parchment. And underneath that, I've got my transfer template, which is just some pictures or some little small doodles. You can draw these by hand. You can print these from the internet. There are lots of templates out there, and you can download this template for free down in the description below. Once you have an idea of what shapes and designs you want to do, you're going to need to mix your icing to consistency. I like to use an ice cream scoop for my royal icing, and I mix it to, usually when I'm doing transfers, a toothpaste consistency. You can look at my writing on cookies video. I'll link that up in the cards above to learn more about how I create that toothpaste consistency. It's somewhere between a thick piping consistency and a thinner flood. And for most Royal Icing Transfers, this consistency is going to be perfect. This is the type that it'll stay put, it won't run all over your page, but it will still smooth out on top. So that's great for most Royal Icing Transfers. You'll see that for the snowflake, I used a little bit thicker consistency because I wanted those lines to be thinner. It's really up to you. You may just kind of have to use your judgment on which designs require which consistencies. There are a few, like flowers, that I like to use a piping consistency for. Leaves, for example, sometimes I make leaves separately as transfers and place them on the cookie later. But this consistency is a great starting point for the transfers you see on the freebie that I'm offering today. So this is the download. You just go, enter your email, and print this off, and then you can place this template under a piece of parchment. It's just a little one-pager, so you can pull it out for whatever season, and it's not hard to store. It's just right there handy for you. Then you'll place your parchment on top and begin piping over the different designs. And if you need more than two, I think there's two of most of these designs, you can just scoot your parchment over and make some more. These transfers are the same royal icing you would use to decorate your cookies, so any technique you would use to add embellishments or any kind of details to your cookies, you can do that on these transfers as well before they're even placed on the cookie. So if you want to do like the watercolor technique with on royal icing with the lemon extract and the gel food coloring, I've got a video about that. You could even do watercolor transfers. You can airbrush on them. You can use an edible marker like I did in this video to create a little bit more dimension, kind of draw some more lines on there. It's entirely up to you. You can get as detailed or stay as simple as you want with these. You want to make sure you allow them to dry for as long as they need. Depending on the size, usually it takes at least 4 to 5 hours for them to dry if you're not putting them in a dehydrator or an oven or anything. But if you have a little bit larger transfer or a smaller transfer, that time may vary. You're just going to want to look for the back of the transfer to be completely dry when you try to peel it away from the parchment. You'll decorate your cookies as you normally would. I did just a yellow, blue, and like a sand colored flood on these because I wanted to show some examples for different seasons. And you can mix up the colors on these. I've got some color suggestions on the template, but they do not have to be these colors. Do whatever color palette you want to do. I like to attach transfers with a little bit more icing. I usually use a thick consistency because it's just easier to spread on there. I also like to lay them out before I stick them on just to make sure that I have kind of the design of my cookie ready to go. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you'd like it as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post cookie decorating content every Tuesday. If you're interested in taking a deep dive into Royal Icing Transfers and learning how to make your own Royal Icing templates custom from scratch, then now is the perfect time to join the SG Cookie Academy. In our class this month, I'll be showing you how to make gorgeous 3D Royal Icing Transfers like this, and we'll be making a super cute back to school set to get your inspirational, creative juices flowing for those back to school sets coming up. We also offer monthly coaching that teaches you about how to make a business out of the art form you love. There's information in the description, and you're also welcome to send me an email or a direct message or comment, however you want to get in touch with me anytime. Y'all have a great day, and thanks for watching.